Hey, what is up, squad? Today we are back with some more Bandmaid documentary reactions. We'll be checking out Misa. We just checked out Kanami, Saiki, as well as Akane, and they were so fire. Just learning about their backstory, the struggles that they went through, and it's definitely not easy, right? Like they had to practice hard and work for it to get to the point where they currently are. So it was really cool to see that. But yeah, enough about that. We're starting with Misa now. And I'm really curious about Misa, I'm not gonna lie. She always seems quiet, like from what I see. Like that's my first impression. Silent, quiet. But then when it's her turn to like rock, then yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, if you guys want early and uncut reactions, make sure to check out the Patreon and let's get right to it. I mean, I could do a separate
じゃあ
intro.
次はベースミサにしま
ミ
しょう
サちゃん。
ミサちゃんは1回目で言ってびっくりされるのはステージドリンクがウ
Okay.
イスキーストレート。
Whiskey.
本当に
Alright, so she's like, what's that girl's name again? From Bocce, the drunk bass player. You guys actually, I just edited it. Drunk bass player, Bocce. What's her name? Oh yeah, Kikaru. Oh, that's right. That's the name, Kikaru.
この人酔っ払うんです。
ねえ、もう本当に2時間とかはまあ長いとやったりし
す
ます
ると
が、
結構後半はもう、
She gets
フラフラと
dizzy
い
or
うか
drunk?
も
ベロベロ
う
というか
ベロベロですもんね。出来上がりつ
Okay. Depends on what she does while she's drunk. I mean, for now, Kanami's still the crazy one, but we'll see.
つある
I
感
have a
じです
feeling
ね。
Misa might take it.
感じ
まあでもよりね、なんだろう、グルービーなベ
良くなる
ースを
の。そう
うん
ベースの
OK
演奏が良くなるから、
多分緊張しいだったりちょっとするところがあるので、
ピュアだ
から
ピュアだからとてもバンドメイドで一番純粋な心を
そう
持ってるの。
見た目はね
ね
クールビューティー
クー
な、
ルビュー
I do agree. Like first impression, she's like a cool, silent beauty. Not ice cold. Which is because I do see when she's smiles, which is great.
アジアンビューティーな感じなんだけど、
海外からのね人気はすごいですもんね。
うん、
True.
一番ですね。
I think yeah. When I reacted to the very first song I checked out right on the channel, I think it was which one was it? Was it Domination? I think that's what I checked out first, right? Yeah, I noticed Misa first. I think like she was the most noticeable one.
うん
So I can understand why she's so
ミサ
popular
すごいコー
overseas.
ルが起きるぐらい。
だって怖い印象を受けるもんね、
ね
最初は
あんまり
ファン
こう
の方とか
喋らないからね。
そうそうそう、
うん
怖い人だと思ってましたっていうコメントよく見る、
ね、でも小
I
学
thought she
生み
was
たい
cool
な
when
ねこと
my
で
first impression.
すごい
ゲラゲラ
くだらないことでミサちゃん一番笑うし、
変顔もすごいする、
うん、もう一
Makes funny
番そういうの大好きだもんね。だから怖いとは一番真逆
真
に
逆です
いる。
一番面白い人かもしれない
そうだっぽね。バンドメイドの一番面白い人だっぽね、
ね
きっと。
Okay.
With an introduction like that,
Mm.
I think we can figure out who's going to be highlighted in today's video. So today,
Oh,
let's talk about Misa.
dude, that bass is just perfecto. Ooh.
Misa was born on October 15th in
October 15th. Okay.
Okayama, a prefecture close to Osaka,
Osaka.
and next
Okay.
to Hyogo, where
Okay.
Akane was born.
Yep.
According to her mother, she was an easy child to raise as she used to play by herself.
Okay.
Even though she was a lively child, she always avoided dangerous situations
All right.
and tried to act like an adult.
Okay.
She loved music and arts in
I mean, act like an adult. I mean, that didn't look like acting like
She
an adult.
always avoided dangerous situations and tried to
That does not look like acting like an adult.
act like an adult. She loved music
That's
and
actually
arts
funny.
in general, but hated studying.
Yep.
And just like Kanami and Akane, music has been a part of Misa's life since her early childhood,
Okay.
as she started to learn piano when she was around 4.
What did I say, man? Everyone's piano, man.
In elementary school,
When did I
she
start
joined
piano?
a brass
4
band
as well.
and played alto horn.
Alto
Right
horn.
when she entered
Okay.
junior high school, Misa moved to Tokyo due to family circumstances and
Is that where she gets her like grooviness? Because the alto horn is pretty groovy. I'm not gonna lie.
her temper changed a lot. She had a hard time fitting in with life in the big city and getting along
okay.
with her peers from the same grade.
Is that where
She was
she became
also
silent?
afraid to be judged because of her accent, which was different from the other
okay.
children, and
Yeah, no, that's something I find weird that people judge by on like the accent. I mean, I live in New Zealand, so I mean, I'll be honest. We only have like two accents, like the indigenous one, but all of us are pretty chill. Like we got the same slang, so it's like yeah.
became more and more introverted. In 7th grade, she started to play guitar, but ended up joining a concert band in 9th grade, where
Concert
she
band, yep.
played the trumpet.
Trumpet, okay.
Even though she did learn a lot of different instruments, she kept learning piano for a few years.
Yeah, she's actually bounced through a few instruments. Okay, that's interesting.
In high school, she played as a guitarist vocalist in a Keon club with
Keon
a Fender
club?
Squier model that she bought.
So is that just the standard name now? The K-On Club? Is that just normal now?
One day, an older friend of Misa asked her if she could join his band as a bassist.
Okay.
Until then, she'd never thought about playing bass. She started to play guitar and always wanted to play drums, but bass, it had never crossed her mind. Misa borrowed a bass and started to play, and even though it was difficult, she loved it and bought a Squier P bass immediately so she could give back the bass she bought.
Hey, don't break it, don't break it.
One of the main reasons...
Wait, my question is, now that I've seen that photo, has any one of the band members ever like actually smashed the guitars on stage? I'm actually kind of curious about
Misa got introduced to music at such an early age was that her mother listened to music all the time.
Okay.
This is how Misa got to hear bands like the Red Hot Chili Peppers and The Who when she was still only in kindergarten. Her mother was also very supportive and helped Misa choose the right school when she hesitated between university and professional college.
Okay.
Misa started a course on sound engineering in a professional college
Sound engineering,
before changing to a bass course, as she didn't want to work behind a stage, but on stage.
On stage, okay.
As a professional bassist. Before talking about BAND-MAID, let's take a look at Misa's past experience in the music industry.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
Except for small bands during her school years, Misa had been a member of a band named Prototype for 5.5 years.
5.5 years? Wait, that's actually pretty long. Damn.
Between 2008 and 2013.
2013, okay.
Prototype was a small band composed of 4 members.
And
the band made at least 2 mini-albums and performed several live concerts.
Okay.
We don't have that much information, but it seems that they sold their CDs directly and not via music stores.
Okay.
They used to perform in and around Shimokitazawa.
Wait, isn't that where Starry is in Bocce the Rock?
Which is where Misa lived, and Shibuya. There is a review of one of their live performances which states that they sound like the Smashing Pumpkins and
Smashing
are appealing to everyone who loves Western music.
Nice.
The person who wrote this review also said that they couldn't stop smiling.
That's great. So why did they disband?
This band must have played some great music.
Wait, actually, they didn't say disband. I mean, why did she leave?
But that's not all. While she was playing for Prototype, Misa joined another band called Purchased. This band was formed with 6 members who performed live several times before disbanding in October 2012.
Okay.
You can find 3 of their live videos on their YouTube channel. Misa and Akane also met in 2012 as they were going to the same school, the Tokyo Music School.
The Tokyo Music School,
They connected immediately as instrumentalists and worked together on several projects.
That's nice.
The same year, they made an appearance as actors in an MV of the singer-actress Becky with the song Yoruka Switch.
Yoruka Switch, okay.
In 2015, Misa, along with Konami and Akane, were at the 5th anniversary party of the idol band Predia in Zepp Tokyo as a backing band. You do remember the link between Predia and BAND-MAID, right?
Yep.
There was a band called Mochi to Cheese.
Mochi to Cheese, yep. So we're told about that, right? And they joined for, what was it?
By Akane, Konami, and 3 members from Predia.
Yep.
All right.
And then
We are in
Akane
May
got sick, right?
2013.
And then they never came
Prototype
back.
announced that they will disband in July, and Bandmaid posted
Okay.
an audition announcement on May 29th. The next month, on June 5th, Misa announced on her old account linked to Prototype that she's going to an audition.
Okay.
Does this mean that Misa had the perfect timing to join Bandmaid?
All right. That's pretty nice.
Let's see how she was recruited. In another interview, Misa confirmed that Akane tried to recruit her into Bandmaid
Okay.
right when Prototype announced their disbanding. But Akane didn't know about this information, so she was bold enough to invite Misa to join another band. And it paid off.
That's great.
Now, Misa has said that she was in izakaya when Akane called her, and she was pretty drunk, so she had to take at least a night to think about it.
Does she go to the izakaya a lot? Is that a daily thing for her? Just like
Misa
Hikaru?
listened to the demo and found that the songs were proper rock music and cool. She was actually afraid that this band would be an idol band.
Okay, dude. I'm liking that the common theme is that everyone's first impression of the songs are, it's cool.
Ooh. As she didn't want to stop playing bass, Misa quickly accepted the invitation to join Bandmaid the
Nice.
day after Akane
The day
talked to her.
after? Okay. Wait, that's quick.
So in the end, Miku recruited Konami, who was found on Nico Nico.
Yep.
And then Konami recruited Akane just after the restaurant she was
Yep.
working at closed.
And Misa.
And Akane recruited Misa just
That's great.
after her group disbanded.
Pretty common.
Wow.
I see a
If
common
that
thing going on.
is not fate, I don't know what is.
Just
Now
the timing
that
worked
Misa had
out.
joined Bandmaid, it's a new start for our favorite bassist.
Hmm.
A new start, yes, but with one problem. The maid outfit.
Ah,
Misa was never into cosplay, so she wasn't used to wearing this kind of clothing.
I'll be honest. I've never cosplayed. Like, will I ever cosplay? Probably not.
She felt really uncomfortable during the first live shows and with the first version of her outfit.
Ah, okay.
It was also around this time when Misa thought about quitting Bandmaid.
Really? Damn.
It was during the first or second one-man performance, and Misa was already working a lot in addition to her work for Bandmaid.
Ah, okay.
So she was in really bad physical and mental condition. She felt that the music she liked was too far from the music she played with the band,
Okay.
and started to think about leaving and forming a band where she could play the kind of music she liked.
All right.
She talked to the manager, who proposed that she take a good look at the view from the stage at the
Wait till you go to a Bandmaid concert. You'll see males wearing maid. No, I've seen that before. Like, it's just that personally for me, I'm not much of a cosplayer. So yeah.
masters and princesses and decide after that. Thankfully, the reactions and responses from the crowd that day moved Misa deeply enough so she chose to stay with Bandmaid.
Okay.
She was sure
That's great.
that this band had great potential and could become way bigger.
Nice,
Time
nice.
flies by, and we are at that moment where Konami is writing songs for the band.
Okay.
From world domination, but more in Conqueror and Unseen World, Misa actively participated in songwriting on her
Oh,
bass lines
okay.
and has felt more freedom since then.
That's great.
Konami gives out notes from time to time depending on the song and what she has in mind. While writing music, Misa thinks more about what would serve the quality of the song rather than be sure that it's playable immediately.
Yep.
She had difficulties recording some songs of Unseen World because of that, but she managed to get them recorded in the end by spending more time on the hardest parts.
All right.
And
all right.
even if a song is really difficult for her, Misa will always practice enough so that she doesn't have to look at her hands while she's playing live.
That's good.
For example, the first part of No God was written by Konami.
I'll be honest. Like, playing without looking at your hands is definitely a skill that takes time, right? Like, even for me, playing piano without looking at the piano, right? That took a lot of practice and time. Like, just focusing, like, not looking at your hands. Because I swear, it's like, you're so used to looking at your hands, like, because you don't want to make a mistake, right? And yeah, it takes a while to like get familiar with it and knowing all the key placements of the keys. So I assume it's the same. Definitely a pretty hard skill to learn. I say it's something you learn through experience.
And she asked Misa to write the rest of the song.
I don't think
At
it's
this
something you
time,
can acquire
Misa
immediately.
was learning
so, yeah.
bass and drum programming, so she wrote those 2 parts, including her solo.
Okay. Dude, her solos are crazy. Damn.
It was a new experience for her, and she had to send new riffs to Konami every week for Unseen World.
Okay.
And although she obviously sent her demos to Konami, Misa used to send them to another member.
Another member? Okay. Psyche.
Misa sent her work to Psyche to confirm that her bass line was easy to sing with, and also because Psyche praises her a lot. And Misa loves to be praised by Psyche when she's working on a new song. As she wrote in an interview, I just send them to her without saying anything in order to get praised by her.
That's my source of energy.
That's my source of energy. That makes me enjoy drinking better.
Damn. All right, so she's an alcoholic. All right, she likes her drinks. Eh? Has she ever mentioned how much she drinks?
A great group of friends they are. There are 2 particularities regarding Misa when you see her perform on stage. The first one is that she never wears shoes when she's playing.
Shoes?
With some exceptions on very hot days during outside.
All right, so this is where the barefoot comes in play, hey?
Performances, as the stage can get really hot. This is something she has done since the beginning of Bandmaid. You can see her wearing shoes in some MV, but most of the time, she likes to play barefoot. She answered a question from a fan in 2014 on Twitter saying that heels hurt her feet and are really hard to walk in, so she chose not to wear anything at all. Misa even ended up with the nickname the Barefoot Assassin. Why? Well, first of all, she plays barefoot. And during the Gold Rush interview,
she's silent?
When the band was asked about the maid outfits, and particularly Misa's, which didn't look like a maid outfit, Miku answered that
it doesn't actually look like a maid outfit. I think it looks more like just more of a dress, looks very beautiful. I especially love the belt.
It's an assassin maid outfit.
Assassin maid outfit.
The second thing you'll notice about Misa is that she always has a bottle of whiskey on her amp while performing live.
I actually did not notice that.
And she even drinks in the MV of Don't You Tell Me.
Okay.
If you look closely at every performance, you can spot the bottle that she drinks during MCs. During the US tour in 2022, she even had her own opening ceremony where she opened a can of beer in front of her mic to make a loud sound, and the audience...
All right. You're an Australian, MPO? Has she done a show yet? That's the question.
really loved that moment. Misa used to open a can of beer or drink whiskey during MCs for a long time, and she even shared a bit of her whiskey with a fan in 2019 during a concert in the New York Mercury Lounge.
All right.
She is thought to be the one who drinks the most, but if you had a chance to listen to the Radio for Omesu-sama episode aired on August 1st, 2021, you would learn that they all actually drink a lot. They all drink. Except for Konami.
Except for Konami.
Falls asleep before she gets a chance to drink. Despite her love for alcohol, Misa tweeted in May 2022 that she came to realize that it was too much for her and she decided to be more careful in the future.
Okay.
And now it's time to talk about Misa's playstyle. As usual, I'll let proper bassists present their thoughts to you on what they think about Misa. Gentlemen, if you please.
So what makes Misa a great bassist? First of all, she went to musical school, so she learned a lot about music theory. You can see that in her playing. She's constantly moving around the root note, adding or removing note at the end of her phrases, changing the tone by going all over the neck and not just staying at the low end.
Yeah, I agree.
She masters all the playing styles, finger style, slap, pick. She knows when to use them and always use the right one at the right moment. She can switch from one to another in a blink of an eye, like when she does her pick flip to switch from pick to slap.
I'll be honest. I'm not really a bass person, so all those terms I like did not understand.
Her right hand work is so smooth and precise. It's mesmerizing. When it comes to her role in the band, she's a lead bassist. She
rolling the band
flawlessly jump from just playing the root note to take.
What I feel like I've heard that before. Rolling the. Is that the thing that Bocce does with the jar thing?
Taking the lead or providing an harmony to the vocals, and all of this in the same bar. There is no boundaries in her playing. That's what makes her so interesting and very inspiring to me. She's my favorite bassist, and I hope to hear her and Bandmaid for a lot more years.
Nice.
When I think back about all of the bands that I've loved for many years, so many great bass players. But when I think of the bassists who really excited me, or more importantly, the ones whose parts I wanted to learn how to play, I think they all have kind of one thing in common. And that's the use of the bass, not just as a tonal and rhythmic foundation for a song, or that kind of glue that holds a band together, but they use the instrument as another source of melody and melodicism and musicality. And I think there are far fewer of those kinds of bassists out there. So imagine my delight as a bassist discovering Bandmaid, where you have Misa, who's just constantly up and down the neck, playing
up and down the neck.
What aren't super.
So is that something that's not common? Because like, I'll be honest, the way she played was like the first thing I noticed, like the very first time I watched her. I don't play the bass, and even I like it just kind of caught my eye,
Complicated parts, but making these really musical choices about a note here versus a note here. She's in many ways a counterpart to Konami, in that they're always expanding on a riff or adding new textures or new little motifs. They may play something fairly straight the first time, but after that, forget it. And it's not, again, like the parts are super complicated or technically difficult. They're just really smart, or for me, the big thing is that they're really musical.
Okay.
How would I describe Misa's playing style?
40 years.
That's a tall order.
Damn.
What makes her special to me is her writing and her flawless ability to judge what to play and when to play it, without shying away from taking up space. She doesn't just serve the song, filling out the lower frequencies, locking up with the drums.
Or she's killing it. She's
actively creating a large portion of what makes the songs what they are. The groove, drive, momentum, anticipation, tension.
Yeah, I agree. Like whenever she like plays, it's like I always notice the groove. It's just plays along with the rhythm, and it just sounds amazing. Like, oh my god, it's just crazy.
Like all her parts serve a purpose larger than just playing notes that work in the right tempo. She really adds another thick layer to the onion that is Bandmaid. One of my favorite habits of hers is when she's having a bit of a bass solo during the guitar solo.
The bass solos.
As can be heard in Manners and Reincarnation, for example.
Okay.
It's so backwards to the old tropes about backing down during a solo. But it's always so tastefully made and never distracting. Rather the opposite. She also has this ability to tap into what the other instruments are doing and create her own parts from that, seamlessly switching between what instruments to follow. A prime example of that can be heard in the second verse of About Us, especially in the live version.
I haven't heard any of these songs yet.
She starts out by establishing the groove with the drums for the first 3 bars, and then a fill during the 4th bar, setting herself up for the next 4 bars, where she gradually starts playing off the vocals. The first 2 bars by matching the vocal phrases subdivided by 16th notes, and for the second 2 bars, now the transition is complete, and now she just plays a lower harmony to the vocals.
All right.
After that, she immediately switches to locking up rhythmically to Kanami's octave climb for 1 bar. And then, for the last bar, she rounds everything off with a little fill of 16th notes, almost like a drum fill. All that during 10 bars.
That's pretty crazy.
And writing is a big reason why I keep coming back to their music over and over again.
All right. Thank
Thank
you for
you
your
very much
expert
for taking
advice.
the time to share your experience and knowledge and your feelings regarding Misa's playstyle. I wonder what you, the viewer, what do you think of Misa as a bassist? I'm very interested to know what's on your mind.
I mean, personally, I can't really give much. I mean, like, I don't play the bass, so yeah. But first impression, cool beauty. That's the first thing. Second impression, super good. Catches my attention. And insane charisma.
Let's move
Wait, that was
to the
fourth.
end of our journey. Misa learned to play a lot of instruments, and even though she knew which ones she wanted to learn, she ended up playing the one instrument she never even thought about.
Yep.
From the moment she picked up a bass, Misa never stopped playing it. She loves bass so much that she even switched courses to become a professional bassist and live from her passion. In the end, Misa ended up with Bandmaid thanks to the boldest move and the perfect timing.
Okay.
And Bandmaid is a band where everyone shines. Everyone has a moment in every song. We're used to seeing guitarists and drummers being highlighted, but bassists?
Like, I actually really find it insane that, like, I think every song I've checked out, at least, like, you know, another person is the highlight, right? Like, everyone actually gets a turn, because, like, even Akane got, like, a drum solo, which is, like, crazy, and I really enjoyed that, and everyone kind of gets their turn, and it's just insane.
That's not very common. How many bands that you listen to allow their bassists to really shine? I'm talking about bands with 2 guitars or a guitar and a piano. I'm sure you can find some examples, but since its creation, Bandmaid has always found a way to allow Misa to find her spotlight.
That's great.
From thrill to influencer.
I haven't seen this song yet.
Dice. Or even manners.
Yo.
During live performances, introducing a song.
Okay.
Or
Bro,
to go
these are all
crazy
so
on a
great.
duel with Konami.
Dude, I love the duels. Crazy.
Even though Misa's personality is mostly introverted, when she is on stage playing bass, she seems finally free and is having the time of her life. She even learned programming and participated actively in the songwriting process. Since she joined Bandmaid, Misa followed her passion to become a professional bassist and surrounded herself with the best group of friends who have become very close to what we can call a family.
Hey, cheers. Wait. Cheers to more Bandmaid. That's great. All right, that was a Pogs documentary. I enjoyed that quite a lot. It was cool to see like the way she grew up, quiet kid, right? And just the way that she went through different instruments through, you know, high school, and then eventually landing on the bass. And I'm glad that she did, because she just, you know, grew up to be one of the most insane bass players ever, and enjoy listening to it as well. Like, oh my god, love it every time she does the solo and all the songs that I've reacted to, right? But it was also interesting to know where she got also her nickname too, like Barefoot Assassin. Like, okay, at first I thought it was because she was going around barefoot, which is what you guys told me, right? But the assassin part I didn't really get until, you know, she went on the radio, right? Or whatever the show, right? So that was pretty cool to know as well. And I loved every bit of it. And I actually didn't know everyone was an alcoholic except for Kanami. But yeah, I mean, you guys said that there was some more crazy stuff about her personality, which was insane. Like that she drinks while performing. And I actually didn't notice that, I'll be honest. Like, I didn't notice she had like a bottle of whiskey or like something, you know, right on the amps and the tables or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty crazy to know. But yeah, that was pretty dope. I hope you guys enjoyed that reaction. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll catch you guys next time.